Hey guys, it's Ryan with MyListing Club. In this video, we'll be continuing on with the educational series, How to Build an Online Business with the MyListing WordPress theme. As we've done throughout this series, we'll use the MyListing project template as our guide. You can get your hands on this template by going to the MyListing Club website. That's mylisting.club. And if we scroll down the homepage just a little bit and click on the MyListing project template card, this page is going to outline what this template is all about. It also includes a walkthrough video, but you're going to get to see firsthand how this thing looks throughout this educational series. I'll just quickly point out there's a change log that keeps you updated on all the things I'm changing, which is pretty much on a daily basis, if not multiple times per week. The other thing I'd like to point out is at the very top, it keeps a record of what I've tested everything up to. So the latest version of WordPress, MyListing, and Elementor Pro. You can get your hands on this template as part of just a one-off product purchase, I should say. If you purchase a starter site, I will include this as well. You just ask me for a copy of it. Otherwise, if you would like to get your hands on ongoing, consistent changes that I make, then you can subscribe essentially to this by being an Ultimate Club member or by being a MyListing website care client. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this down, and let's go ahead and take a look at this template and where we left off. Since we last spoke, I rearranged a couple of cards around, and that's within the MyListing column where we left off. As I like to say throughout this series, for the most part, these cards can be followed identically, as they're laid out. Top to bottom, left to right is what I always say. Just follow that order and it'll work out just fine for you. But as I've just said, like, I rearranged a couple of cards because I just thought the order needed to be changed a little bit. So it's an ever-evolving thing, but for the most part, it's 90%, whatever, correct. If you just follow it top down, left to right. Every business is different. Every website is different. So some cards won't be used at all. Some may need to be, you might want to switch them around a little bit. But the ultimate goal is just to complete all of the tasks that relate to your site, okay? That's the ultimate goal. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what I've got for us here. I'm not sure how far we're going to get, but my thinking here is we'll get through the simple products, what those are. That is a setting within the MyListing settings that often it often gets overlooked. Or another thing I know is that there's a lot of confusion around it. People don't really know what it is, what it does. Documentation is very limited on it, so I dove deeper into that. And we'll probably get listing product packages and subscriptions also in this video. So we'll see how far we get, but the max we'll do in this video is the subscriptions. Okay, we'll see how far we get. So here we are in our dashboard. This is a clean MyListing site. Nothing has been done on it. It's been restored to a clean state. And let's go ahead and get into these simple products. So for this, you go under Theme Tools, and sorry, I'm totally having a brain fart on this. Theme Tools, Other, and Enable Simple Products. Okay, so let's first talk about what this is. This provides a simple way for users to submit their products on your site. And I only recommend using this option if you are A, willing to put in a ton of work to manage all aspects of running a multi-vendor marketplace that you typically have automated for you if you used a full-blown multi-vendor marketplace plugin. So with this option that MyListing gives you, you've got to be prepared to do a ton of work. If you're willing to do that, you've got the time, you're looking for maybe a way to get some extra income coming in, you just got to do a lot of thinking around, is all that extra work worth the income that might come in? You're going to have, you don't have to, but to make it really work, I think you got to charge for your time to do that. And whether that is you charge like an hourly fee, or maybe that's built into your listing packages, that's for you to decide there. But you got to really think through that, because this is unlike a multi-vendor marketplace plugin, this is a lot of work that you have to do, okay? Or it's typically automated. So an inexpensive alternative that I've documented on the club website is the WooCommerce Product Vendors plugin. Follow my guide. It's super simple to set up. It's quick, and then it's going to save you a ton of time. And on top of that, you can go ahead and build in your pricing into your pricing packages, that option for listing their products. Being able to list their products should have a value to your listing owners. So free up your time, get the plugin. I think it's like $79. It frees up all of your time once you get it set up, and you just have that money coming in. I just can't stress that enough. If you go this route of using what MyListing gives you, I mean, bless them for giving everybody this option, but it's just so much work. So let's run down through some of the reasons why I recommend not using this. The built-in function, that is. It does not allow users to get paid or receive a commission directly. You have to work that out and somehow get them their payment and figure all of that stuff out. You, the site owner or the admins, you're required to manage all of the products, all of the transactions, where this would be automated with WooCommerce Product Vendors. And there's other solutions out there. The club has a discount for a couple different multi-vendor marketplace solutions that you can use, but WooCommerce Product Vendors is the only one officially supported by the MyListing team. So that's the one that I chose to document and implement for everybody. And you can see this, you can actually see it in action live on Starter Site Basecamp and Starter Site Val, if you want to have a look. Another downside, products are mixed in with the site owner's products. So, whatever you have here and under your WooCommerce products, whether it's your listing packages, your promotions, or any of that stuff, whatever products that your listing owners add, they're going to be intertwined in here. So it's all going to be commingled. You may not care, you may care. Just depends. Only simple products are supported, so variable products not supported, grouped products, all of those things not supported. There's no notifications for the site owners or admins on product submission. So listing owner submits the product on their side. You don't know that it's coming in on your side, on the back end in the dashboard, unless maybe you set up a code snippet or something like that to notify you. It's just going to be, the products are just going to be sitting there pending. There's nothing built into MyListing for this. There's also no notifications for the listing owners once their products are approved. So their only recourse is to check their dashboard periodically and see if their products have been approved, so then they can go and add them to their listing. There may be code snippets for that too, or some other solution, but that's another issue. No control without code customization over required fields. So when a listing owner goes to submit their product, there's going to be all these required fields, and unless you modify the code, there's no way to change that. So something to keep in mind there. Yeah, and there's more too, but those are some of the really big ones. You're just going to be facing a real uphill battle if you use this solution. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at it should you choose to embark on it. So let's configure the MyListing site first. So under Theme Tools, Other, Enable Simple Products, we're just going to go ahead and toggle this on. The next thing we need to do is edit our actual listing type. So let's go to listing types. I don't think I have any, so we'll do a quick add here. And our next step is to add the products field. So let's go to our fields, scroll down a bit here, and we'll add this products field. Okay. Configure this product field as desired. So we're going to go ahead. You can just leave all of this as is. The only thing they can do anyway is simple product. So you can go ahead and select that or just leave it as is, since that's all they can use. And then go ahead and determine, do you want to make this a required field, where you want to show it, whether it's the submit form, the admin page. I don't think this needs to be in the listing comparison pop-up, but that's for you to decide. And then of course you can use package visibility to hide or show this field based on what someone's paying you, based on the listing package. So let's go ahead and leave that as is for now. And next up is, where are we at here? Single page. Oh yeah. So the next one up is where we display this. So single page, content and tabs, and then we want to click on this store tab on the right that drops it in. Let's click on it again on the left. Let's give it a name. And we also want to toggle this on. Hide the tab when there are no products. There's no need to show that tab if there's no products. What else do we have here? Okay, so I should have put another step in there to save changes, but I'll go ahead and put that in after this video. So basically, you just want to publish it or save your changes at that point. All right, next up is we need to adjust our menus. So I'm going to show you why that is. So let's go ahead and sign in here as a user. Okay, let's see. Use a different email address here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in here as this test user. Okay, so we see under here, under the default WooCommerce menu, or we'll call it the WooCommerce menu. It's the user endpoint menu, however you want to call it. Actually, yeah, so doing this video, I learned something new. You don't actually have to add the My Products. So it's going to be in there by default. Let's look at this. So you can see there in this WooCommerce menu, the My Products option is in there, which is what we wanted. So if you go under Appearance and then Menus, if you do absolutely nothing for your WooCommerce menu, then it's going to pull in everything. But let's say that you happen to have a WooCommerce menu that you custom created. So menu name Woo, we're going to assign the WooCommerce menu. So let's say you had added, before you enabled the setting that we just enabled, let's say this was your WooCommerce menu, whatever. So let's save that. So those, we see there that we now have our customized menu. But now if you were to go in and you were to make all those changes we just talked about for the simple products enabling, you would need to add this menu item here. So if we go back over here, expand WooCommerce endpoints, and then we just drop in this My Products. Okay? So those are the two ways. Maybe you're showing the entire menu for WooCommerce, which is the default setting, or if you've customized it, I just showed you how to add that endpoint in there. All right, let's go back to our test user here. There we go. So now we see the My Products in there, okay? Okay, so let's run through the submitting of the products for the listing owners. Let's go back and make sure we're done with the My Listing side. So we've done our menu. Okay, yeah, so now we're on to submitting the products as the listing owner. So under the user account menu, click on My Products. And then you'll click under Publish Products, Add a Product. So you'll see here what I'm talking about. Required. There's just a lot of required fields in here that you may or may not want. Maybe you don't care. But yeah, so let's just give this garbly goop name here. Throw in an image. So we did that. Let's give it a price. Give it $1. And you can configure some other things here. But let's go ahead and leave that as is for now. Let's click Submit. So we see that our product is successfully submitted. If we go back under My Products, we can see that they are stuck under Pending, okay? So this is another one of the downfalls of using this. if we refresh our dashboard here, there's no notification of a new product anywhere in here. If you click into products, we see that there's a pending product. If we click into that, there's just no information. Like, how do we even know who submitted this product? I should put this down as another disadvantage of who submitted this. There's no user assigned to it or anything. Maybe that comes in after we publish it. Okay, we look at it and we're like, okay, that's cool. Let's go with that. So let's go ahead and publish this. So again, while this is doing this, there's no listing for listing notification. There's no notifications for the product being added to the website owner or the admin, you, or the listing owner. There's just no notifications, right? So we've gone ahead and we've published this product. Again, there's nothing in here that shows who submitted this. Okay. Let's pull back over our user account here. And I thought, okay, yeah, so it flip-flopped, okay. So it flip-flopped, now it's under published. So here it is, okay. So now that that's in there as an approved product, we can go under our listings, if we have one, which we probably don't here. So we don't have one. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly add a listing here. So as you can see here, as the website owner, admin, whatever, you can add products in here if you create them yourself. You can add those in here for your listing owners. This is a separate thing from what we're talking about in this video, but that is another option for you. All right, so we've got our listing in there. Let's go ahead and assign this to our test user. Once this is assigned to the test user in the back, that then gives you, the website admin owner, the ability to then now go in and choose products on their behalf that they have submitted, not you, okay? So something to keep in mind there. Let's just go ahead and keep that empty and refresh. Let's bring back over our test account. Okay, now let's edit our listing since this test user is now the author, okay? They have their products, the products are approved. Now let's go ahead and they can select those. And then save changes. Now let's view our listing on the front end. I'm not sure why that is not showing up. Let me look back through my notes here, see if I've forgotten anything. Yes, I think that should be it. Let's look at the listing type one more time. All right, so single page, content and tabs. We've got store added, hide if there are no products. Well, there we go. So I missed a step. Let me make sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to add this to my steps because I missed it. So we want to choose the products field here for our store. I missed that step. Okay, so let's go back, refresh our listing here from our test user. There we go. So that is it, folks. They now have this product in their quote unquote store. Now, if someone was to go and buy this, it's going to go to you. So the website owner, the website admin, if you're looking to give a commission to these people, then you got to work that out somehow. If you're charging people to list their products and whatnot, and then you take a cut too, like you just got to work all of this out. It's just not as easy as with a full-blown product vendor plugin. Okay. Anyway, I hope this was useful. This actually went longer than I actually thought it would, which is fine. because I really wanted to cover this. I know there's lots of questions around this. So I'm going to call this video quits, and then in the next one, we'll get into product packages and subscriptions. I think that kind of makes sense too. They are lumped together somewhat. So I'm going to go ahead and call this quits. Hopefully this was useful. Please subscribe to know when the rest of the videos for this series come out, or just my videos in general. All right. Thanks a lot for your support, and talk to you later.